Welcome back. Now let us learn various different types of graph, and one of those are group data. So let's assume that you have a data like this. This is a number of visits done by the different person. So someone has visited once, someone has visited twice, someone has visited 5 times, 10 times, and so on. So this is the raw data without any grouping, and this is you have got it from somewhere. Let's assume that you have got various groups which says that between 1 to 2 there will be one group, 3 to 4 another group, 5 to 6 another group, and so on. So once you make a group like this, and then you can definitely draw this kind of chart. This is called frequency distribution table. So here you can say between 1 to 2 there are 4 people, between 3 to 4 there are 5 people, between 9 to 10 there are 3 people, and so on. And these are the group data. And group data you can see in a histogram. So this is the one of the way to visualize. And from the histogram I have already explained you that how to read the histogram. And take it as a class work. Please take this frequency table, put it in the Excel, and see if you draw the histogram. That should look like this. Another data is cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency, in the previous one you saw that we have done this frequency similar to this. So cumulative frequency, that it talks about that for the very first time, whatever it is. So it is say for the very first, second become the first plus this one. So here become the first, and the 10 becomes this 5 plus 5, 10. Third one becomes the sum of the previous 3, 5 plus 5 plus 6. This is the way. So cumulative frequency, this is the graph you will see. And then you will observe that, see in the quartile 1, around 25 percentile, how many people are there, around 50 percentile, how many are there, how many 75 percentile are there. So this is the cumulative frequency. This is also useful graph. Percentile. The definition of percentile I had explained that whenever you say that your marks is on a 70 percentile, it means around 70% people are below you, and this is what it helps you. This is the age in the x-axis, and this is the some kind of percentile. Okay, so whenever you talk about that height, so it is saying that around 130 centimeter. What it is saying 95? It means around 95% are people are below 135 centimeter or below. So around this one is say 5. This is coming somewhere here around 160. So around 160 centimeter, around 5% people are having only 160 or so, around 160. So this is the way you can read it. So this is also useful from the business point of view, that the bigger heighter people are very less. So if you are trying to build a product, then probably your customer base will be very thin. If you try to build a product like, if you see that this is the highest, I think, here around 160. So around 20, if you may get hardly 20-25 percentile of the people. But if you have a product that can be used by everyone below 130 centimeter, then you have 95 percentile of the people with you. Then Pareto chart. This is the Pareto, I think one of the very famous quote. It is there across everyone, that in case of Pareto, for the complete world's wealth, 20% keeps around 80% of the wealth on this earth. And from the even in company, 20% will take 80% of the salary, and 80% takes in 20%. So this is there everywhere. That is what, but it helps you to identify that for anything where you are. So if it is saying the various these are the various frequency, and these are the percentage. So if you see that here it is coming around 90%. So it means from here to here it is taking approximately 90%. How does it help? Suppose this is your biggest one. If you see that this is around alone itself is around 22%, and these two combined is having 38%. So if you have the capacity to say take care of around 90%, then around this much if you take care, then in this much you will approximately 10 things you will be able to take care. So this is how you read the Pareto chart, and Pareto chart is also useful in finding out the various ticket analysis. Suppose you see in the x-axis you put the cause of the ticket, and you see that which kind of fault is giving you the maximum trouble. Try to solve that. So you can put the maximum effort to minimize to solve the maximum number of tickets, so that it reduces the problem for the customer. So if you have suppose if you have a minimum effort, it means suppose you have say 100%, then you see that which all tickets you can solve it, so that it maximizes the problem of the maximum customer. That is how the Pareto charts really works out. Stem and the leaf plot, I have not seen this is much happening, but at least be aware of it, that if you have something like some data, something a stem, this is called a stem, that is stem is the English meaning is root. So if you have, this is something called known kind of data, okay, and for that stem, how many leaves are there, that these are the things are there, these are the things, okay. So this is the way I used to see in the past, but I have not seen recently. So this is the stem and leaf. So whatever you see on this one, red color, that is the stem, and this is the leaf data. So this is one of the way to show the group data, but it is a bit very different kind of graph altogether. Another is multivariance chart. So suppose if you have multiple data with you, then try to take it in a multiple dimension. So here it is showing number of calls coming by hours per day. So for the Monday, this is the trend, Tuesday this is the trend, and so on. So if you see that around this is 8 hours, so this is the point around morning 8 a.m. what is the trend? So morning 8 a.m. only Thursday it is having less, otherwise every other day is having good number of calls even at 8 a.m. in the morning. And if you see that evening 5 p.m. you see the cross, evening 5 p.m. to see how it is going, evening 5 p.m. how much calls are there. So in this situation you try to have a maximum dimension of the data, so that you can visualize more and more parameters together. So this is also useful, and that's all for the charts. And if you feel that any other chart that could be useful for you and has not been covered, do not hesitate. Please write it in the discussion board. I will cover that. I will put it one video for that as well. And if you find anything you have not understood, please write it on the discussion board. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for watching this. See you in the next one.